Welcome to video 5 of Objection Handling Level 2. In today's video, we're going to share a few more tools to help find the yes and create solutions to the obstacles that we are facing. All right, before we do that, let's take a moment and review what we learned in video 4. Now, we learned that we all have a high CQ, or creative intelligence. We're highly creative now because we now know that all creativity is applied imagination. This is a muscle that goes underused. We get lazy and we accept defeat when, in reality, we are wired to solve problems and get creative. It's actually quite fun. By applying the questions of how can I and what's another way, we can prime the mind to think beyond the obstacles and generate a multitude of solutions. I'd like to open up the obstacle removing toolbox today and share a few of my favorite tools with you. Like a surgeon in the operating room, once we find that core obstacle, we may want to use a few different tools to then remove it. The first tool uses my two favorite questions mentioned above and leverages the brain power of a few minds together to find possibilities. I call it the mastermind machine. Imagine the obstacle written across a blank wall. Gathering a few people together, we start to generate solutions, throwing out possible ideas that could lead to a solution to that challenge. Each idea is like a sticky note that goes on the wall. Our goal as a team is to cover that wall with little yellow sticky notes so the obstacle gets overwhelmed with solutions. In fact, I have literally done this with groups, with sticky notes. It's actually quite fun. Now, all ideas are valid and valued at this point. The value comes is when I generate an idea that spurs on an idea within you, and so forth and so on. From the pool of possibilities, there are enough action items to give hope to find a solid solution to that obstacle. Another tool I use is called the future suit. When the prospect gives me their core objection, part of my job as a master of influence and a buyer's consultant is help alter their perspective of the obstacle. As long as their nose is up against it, that's all they see. That's all that they're faced with. So I ask questions that pole vault their mind over the wall to see what it looks like on the other side. Now, if this sounds familiar to what we did in step 2, it's because it's what we did in step 2. So questions I love to use are, knowing what you know about the product or service, what will it be like once you have taken action and experienced the benefits of this every day? Or what will be different? What will this actually create for you? What will this create for your business, for your family? And how will this help others? Now, questions like these help them to be in flow beyond the obstacle and build value and emotional ownership so that as we look for solutions, their mind is primed for why they want to move forward. It helps them be on board with you. The final tool I will use here comes from my experience with the behavior matrix. In levels 3 and 4, what we learned to do was called feed the beast and influence the belief. Now, at this point in your conversation, this tool becomes highly invaluable. A few examples of this would be for obstacles dealing with the spouse or kids. You could ask, what will serve your family better? Continuing to dwell on the decision or taking action and enjoying the benefits now. Now, for an obstacle dealing with self-value, it could be, you deserve this. What will this actually do for you? And then I'd highlight a little bit of the value. Or I would say, do you believe that this will create more efficiency for you, make you more productive? For lack of trust, I might say, the information I gave you is sound. Look at the value we've already provided in this conversation. And we also have a few guarantees. Let me share with you a few of those. And if they say they want more time to decide, here are a few statements there. You have all the information that I have. How much time do you feel you need to decide? And will that time do anything different for you than if you just took action now? Now remember that you are buyer's consultants, and your job as problem-solving allies is to help them come to a winning decision. Using these solution-finding tools, we can help spur their minds into solutions, real, lasting solutions. After all, there is a yes in everyone. Your job is to find it before you give up. Now, as your final action item in this series, I encourage you to take two tools, two statements that you have learned in this video, and test them out with 5 people this week. One of those people can be yourself. Mark Lakeman, social architect, pointed out that most problems are simply missed opportunities. The flip side to every problem is a solution. Welcome to the flip side of objections as a true obstacle remover. Thank you.